beginning of an election year for his re-election to the second term. And that is to complete the space station, retire the space shuttle, and have another spacecraft that can take us to the moon, preparing to go to Mars. Now, that's pretty general, and I think that's great. The manner in which we implemented that left us with a gap in flights. So we retired the orbiter, but we won't have something else to take its place. And we haven't been too flexible when things didn't turn out. There's one plan of implementing this with a series of rockets, and it hasn't been working out too well, and it's just not the way I would have done it, and I sort of went on record. But I accepted things as long as they were trying to make them work, but I think now is the time to really evaluate. And for example, why should America really strive to be first, being second on the moon, when 50 years ago we were first being first? We're not in any competition with anybody now. We should try and help other people maybe catch up to where we were, assist them internationally, and then do things maybe that are more advanced than we did 50 years ago. Now, in the meantime, we can be doing some interesting things that I've been uncovering with other people's help. We can be flying by a comet in 2018. We can maybe momentarily join up with another object, a small object that occasionally comes somewhat close to the Earth, and we can execute a landing with a habitat, not the spacecraft, so that we're ready a little bit later, maybe 2022, to send 5 people and fly by Mars in 20 months, and in the process of doing that, see to it that an exploration module lands on the moon of Mars, so that we can then go occupy that. Now, why is that such an important thing? Well, right now, robots on the surface of Mars are controlled here from Earth, and it takes a long time for the signal to get there. So we really have to send a message ahead, a day ahead, set of instructions, and it just is not very complete control of what's happening. Whereas if you have human intelligence in orbit around Mars, these people can control something directly. Exactly. And that's why that's so valuable in advancing our science and knowing where in Mars we want to start landing and putting things together that land before we get there. And I've convinced myself, having thought about this so much in the past, increasingly in the past couple of years, that it's so expensive and such a big commitment to send people to Mars that we need to get the most out of that. And the way I think we do that is that we select people who are willing and who want to, and there isn't a shortage of people who want to become settlers, colonists, and stay. They go to Mars and they stay there. They don't sit around waiting for it to ride back home again in a year, 2 or 3 years. Their mind and their function is completely on settling with slowly expanding number of people there.